let me drown. Don't let me drown.
投球。
这是一个 A1， 林义正怒吼了。
We are looking forward to attending the inaugural season of Basketball League's career and for establishing long-term pathway partnership between Taiwan Calicut Basketball.
Sun, our oldest source of energy. We can capture the power of sunlight and harness it to use in our own homes, businesses, schools, government buildings, and public utilities. Watson Energy, your one-stop solar solution.
Thank you, GPS.
Thank you, GPS.
GPS is my family.
To all of you who want to join, see you soon at GPS.
Go GPS!
Sun, our oldest source of energy. We can capture the power of sunlight and harness it to use in our own homes, businesses, schools, government buildings, and public utilities. Watson Energy, your one-stop solar solution.
സർ ആദ്യത്തെ കാപ്പി അമ്മയ്ക്ക്.
പ്രിയപ്പെട്ടവർ കൂടെയുള്ളപ്പോൾ പുതിയ തുടക്കങ്ങൾ ശുഭകരമാകും. അതിനാൽ മുത്തൂറ്റ് ഫൈനാൻസ് കാലങ്ങളായി ഓരോ പുതിയ തുടക്കത്തിലും വിശ്വസ്ത പങ്കാളി. മുത്തൂറ്റ് ഫൈനാൻസ്, ഇന്ത്യസ് നമ്പർ 1 മോസ്റ്റ് ട്രസ്റ്റഡ് ഫൈനാൻഷ്യൽ സർവീസസ് ബ്രാൻഡ്. ഗോൾഡ് ലോണിനായി ഉടൻ വിളിക്കൂ 1-800-202-1212.
李真怒吼了。
We are looking forward to attending the inaugural season of Baseball Lakers career and for establishing long-term talent pathway partnership between Taiwan Calicut Baseball.
Very good morning and welcome to the last and final under 19 encounter here at the Basketball League Kerala for the day. Of course, soon after this, we're going to have 5 back-to-back under 14 matchups. And this game is a very exciting one because the Dolphins haven't won a game so far this season. They are fighting for survival. However, they stand up against the Warriors, who were also a side that did not see victory until yesterday, where they beat the mighty Bisons. And here they are on the attack. Millen searching for options. Hands it over to the left. There's a spin, mid-range jumper. Gets it to go. And 10 seconds into the first quarter, we start off with the basket. It's the Warriors who open the account. And we look at the Dolphins to see how they go on this match. An interesting matchup in this team is going to be how, as the ball is played outside, and a very interesting matchup for us to look. Two players going head to head. We have Jeevan from the Alappuzha Dolphins and Millen from the Calicut Warriors. Now, why this is a very interesting matchup? It's solely because they are two big men who often play on the perimeter. We've seen Millen yesterday, his ability to shoot, and the same thing applies for Jeevan. So that matchup is going to be so exciting for a basketball fan. And I was speaking of the matchup. That's exactly what we have. Jeevan, although, goes the other way, loses the ball. And the transitions on for the Warriors all the way to the rim. Good defense, not good enough. Foul called. And free throws coming in early on for the Calicut Warriors. Abhishek makes the first free throw. 2 of 2 from that trip to the free throw line. Abhishek scoring all the 4 points on the match so far. Jonathan plays it downstairs. There's the dribble all the way. He spins, plays it back out. Should have gone up himself. Gets it back under the board. And an easy basket to open their account. The Alappuzha Dolphins, courtesy of Kalidas, start off their scoring for the day. Sachu asks for the screen, goes all the way to the rim. Good defense to get the stop. And here come the Dolphins in transition. There's the minus pass. Jonathan to the rim, too strong. Jeevan gets the rebound. And under the board, he makes no mistake. And we're tied at 4 points apiece. Jeevan, a very creative player, receiving the rebound. And I like to see him come in for those rebounds because he's a big man. We'd love to see him shoot those underboard shots. And Millen shoots a contested shot. He gets the rebound, loses it. And Jonathan Karyamparambil plays it up front. And tight defense results in the ball going out of bounds. Alex Dobbin in that instance going up for the layup. Jeevan on the perimeter. Tight defense to get the stop. And now Millen brings the ball up with options. He plays it to the right. Lot of space. He drives to the rim. Abhishek shaking up the defense. It's 6-4 now in favor of the Warriors. Abhishek scoring all the 6 points for the Calicut Warriors here in the first quarter. We saw something similar from Sachu Maskman Santosh, who's guarding Jonathan now, as you can see on the screen. Jonathan to the rim. Jonathan Karyam Parambil with the basket. And it is 6 points apiece between the two teams. You can see how the coach is asking the players to go in and support with the help defense, and that leads to turnovers like this. A fast break opportunity, and they've lost possession. Once again, they find the open player. And the rebound is somehow fought for. G1 with an outlet pass up front. And the defender makes it hard for an easy basket on the other side. .6:23 remaining as the Dolphins take the lead courtesy of this free throw conversion from Swaroop Girish, who's at the line. And he's 2 of 2 from that trip to the free throw line. The future stars of Indian basketball battling it out here at the Basketball League Kerala. Violation. And we're going to go back the other way. Millen turning the ball over. Jonathan with the bounce pass looking to find G1, who is tightly guarded by Millen. There's the screen set. He gets some space, looking to find his post, loses the ball. And a fast break opportunity. Sachu, Maskman, Santosh makes the basket. And we're tied at 8 points apiece. This is why they're so good in transition, especially the fast break. We saw Sachu yesterday put up a player of the game performance. And here he is getting the steal. This is why he's a hard player to deal with. Off balance misses, rebound collected. And that's also a miss. There's a drive from Jonathan to the rim. Foul and the basket. And Jonathan is rewarded with a trip to the free throw line and a chance to complete the 3-point play. Take a look at the replay once again. He saw the space and attacked the rim with confidence. No player went near him. All Sachu now on the ball. Dolphins up by 3. Abhishek now gets the screen, drives through the rim, puts it up, a contested shot, can't get it to go. And it's not too easy to score on G1. Jonathan once again, this time loses his dribble. And Millen advances it up front, plays it to the corner. Abhishek back to Millen. Millen to the rim off the left hand. Won't get the finish. And Jonathan also loses the ball soon after. Millen gets a good look, sets his feet, puts it up. Won't connect. Offensive rebound goes back to the Calicut Warriors. And Sachu now gets a good look. He fakes, drives to the rim, up and under with the pass. And possession will remain with the Warriors with 6 seconds on the shot clock. And here a fast break opportunity off the steal, but too quick, and it's going to be a turnover from the Dolphins front. Once again, you can see how the Dolphins coach emphasized on help defense being applicable today, because this side is so strong on the transition, and this is how the Dolphins have contained the Warriors up to a certain extent. Once again, getting the interception, well read in that occasion. G1 now with the ball. G1 to the rim, using his size, draws the foul. And free throws loading for G1. G1 Joby, playing for St. Albert's College out here in Kochi. He's at the free throw line. And it's good to see him attacking the rim and playing with a lot more intent today. Usually you see him surfacing around the perimeter most of the time. Misses the second, but the rebound goes back to the Dolphins, and a second chance given to them. Jeevan lines up the three, fails to connect. Sachu Massman taking on the defenders. He looks for the pass, eventually finds his teammate. Back to Sachu in the corner. He loses the ball. Jonathan on transition, all the way to the rim off the left hand, draws the foul. Foul on Sachu, who made contact during the layup. Free throws proving to be vital for the Dolphins here, as they've been going to the line time and again. And now they have a 6-point lead over the Calicut Warriors. Let's not forget the Dolphins want to taste victory. Here they are looking to come out victorious. Abhishek catches and shoots and makes it. Abhishek having a flying first quarter here for the Calicut Warriors. Jonathan off the left hand, can't get it off the glass. Sachu now brings it up with options on his right and left. He stops, plays it to Millen, who lines up the shot. Can't get it to go. Easy rebound. And it's going to remain with the Dolphins. I mean, with the Calicut Warriors, who's going to take it in from out of bounds. Oh, behind the back. Quick handoff under the board. You love to see plays like this. And back-to-back shots make it a 1-point game as we enter the last 2 minutes of the first quarter. It's been even-sided, both the teams having their fair share of ups and downs. That's the shot under the board. Can't get it to go. Millen now in transition. Plays it over to Sachu, who penetrates to the rim, draws the foul. And Sachu Santosh is headed to the free throw line. Sachu Maskman Santosh, he earned himself that name yesterday when he put out one of the best individual performances. I again go back to say that because we've seen a lot of points put up by individuals, but let me remind you, in the first quarter yesterday, he was shooting 100%. Just imagine. He was relentless and he was almost unstoppable for the opposition. And he led the charge along with Millen and his team to take down the Bisons. And here come the Dolphins now. They're down. They've led for majority of the quarter. But the Warriors have gone on a small run, which the Dolphins are looking to nullify, but they missed the shot once again. And the Warriors looking to captivate once again. Not the ideal pass to do that. Jonathan playing it over to G1. G1 over the defender, makes it. You'll love to see it. And I mentioned this exciting matchup today between G1 and Millen. Two tall players playing outside most of the time. We'll see a lot of exciting plays coming through as we enter the last minute. Dolphins up by 2. Sachu now through the middle. Tazzy Hazy spins up and under. He's drawn the foul in the process, and free throws loading for Sachu Santosh, who just holds his breath. Tied at 17 as we have 40 seconds remaining here in this quarter. Dolphins with the ball. Jonathan trying to take on Sachu. He shows off his sequence, splits them up. Great pass to his post, who misses. But Jonathan gets the rebound, hands it off to G1, who goes to the rim and is fouled along the lines. And it's time for free throws once again. Dolphins have had plenty of trips to the free throw line here in the first quarter, and we can see something different coming from them. Instead of blindly shooting shots, we're seeing them attack the rim a lot more today. Top shot from G1. He look to make it 2 of 2. Which he does. And the Dolphins back up by 2. Last 24 seconds. There's 1 second between the shot clock and the game clock, which is why the Warriors can't drag this till the very end. Sure, inside the last 10 seconds, we can see them putting up a shot. And Sachu Santosh steps back, no space. Abhishek shoots over the defender, fails to connect. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Even-sided between the two teams, but the Dolphins have come in with some intent to avoid their third straight defeat. After the first quarter, it's Dolphins 19, Calicut Warriors 17. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the second quarter of this matchup. Dolphins taking on the Warriors. Switches the dribble, plays it back out, puts it up, can't get it to go. Dolphins starting the second quarter with a 3, which is why they're up 5. A few changes and tweaks coming into this lineup, especially for this matchup. They've had 2 games to experiment, and here the coach will hope that the changes come into positive effect. Quickly take you through the stats of the first quarter. Quite interesting because it's so even-sided. Both the teams shooting quite well. Dolphins 40% from the field, while the Warriors are at 50%. But in terms of three-point shooting, the Dolphins shooting 33%. And in terms of free throws, they've been to the line 5 times. The Alappuzha Dolphins, while the Calicut Warriors have been to the line 3 times. So both the sides are playing all-round basketball. They're driving in, they're drawing fouls, they're putting up shots. They're doing it all as Albert Reggie now comes in with the ball, plays it back out. There's the drive towards the rim. He's drawn the foul in the process. And another trip to the free throw line for the Alappuzha Dolphins. This time it's Jerin Koshi who's going to shoot free throws. Both the teams with the same number of turnovers, same number of rebounds in the first quarter. That is why I mentioned it's so even-sided. Leading scorer of the game, Abhishek Pradeep with 9 points for the Dolphins, while Jeevan Jobi's got 8. Good tap to get it back. Dolphins in transition. Albert Reggie with the basket. And he stares down his opponent. And a flying start for the Dolphins here in the second quarter. A 7-1 run. As we look at the replay. That's a shot. Somehow misses. There's a rebound collected. Plays it over to the right. There's a drive along the defenders. Calicut Warriors struggling a bit to find a field goal. And here the pressure on the ball man continues, forcing the turnover. And this is good defense, top-notch defense, in fact, from the Alappuzha Dolphins. Ritu loses the ball. And Surya will have his team advance the ball. Calicut Warriors searching for ways to not trail by too much. Ashik taking on Albert Reggie. Ashik loses the ball, gets it back, plays it to the corner. A forced attempt. Made no difference. He made it look easy. And the Warriors find their first field goal of the quarter. Once again, ball play to the corner. Plays the long pass outside. And a foul drawn as he was driving towards the brim. Plays it to the corner. Quick catch and shoot. You don't see the ball go through the rim. And the ball's advanced. Fadil with the ball. Hands it off to Surya. Surya with that extra pass. That's the additional pass to the corner. Fakes, drives in, puts up the mid-ranger, gets the rebound and cleans it up. No, he doesn't. Back-to-back misses. Albert Reggie shaking off the defenders, looking for that outlet pass. Unfortunate as he turns the ball over with 6:10 remaining. Dolphins up 6. Warriors look to close that down. There's the drive with some sequence, a top finish from Surya. Wonderful footwork. If you look at the replay, he got past the perimeter and then through the lane. It was the contact which gave him that extra bit of room to get the finish. The Dolphins will look to respond. A lot of contact under the board. Albert Reggie gets a good look. Too strong on the attempt. Offensive rebound goes their way. The shot's no good. Jasim finds Surya, who's again attacking the rim. This time, his hand comes in the way of the defenders, which is why he's going to shoot a couple of free throws. Surya Kiran for the Calicut Warriors. Young lad, I noticed him yesterday. They had the 7 o'clock match, and at 8:45, he's still on court, and he was sitting and watching his game clip. Just imagine, it's not even 15 minutes past your game. You know, players are often interacting with their friends, family. They're relaxing, they're eating food, and this lad was sitting and watching a game where they came out victorious, and here he is shaken off by Pranav Krishnan. As we take a look at the replay of that, bit of a slip. Albert Reggie now bringing it up for the Dolphins to the rim. Albert Reggie gets the foul along with the basket. Albert Reggie, the key point guard for this Dolphins squad. Fails to complete the three-point play. And a board violation called. Surya Dashik, as we have 4.5 minutes on the clock before we close out the second quarter. Surya finds Jasim. Back to Surya. And constantly on every possession, you can see how the coach emphasizes on help defense, which is why they get stops like this, along with easy chances. On the other side, Albert Reggie, with confidence, cleans it up on the other side. 32-23. Ashik finds Surya, who plays it to the center. It's long play towards the left with some contact. The shot's put up and in by Mohammad Jasim. The scoring run is still on for the Calicut Warriors, but they're down 7 because the Dolphins have kept their consistency. Plays it back outside from beyond the arc. Not the best of attempts, but possession is hustled for, and it will remain with the Dolphins, but only 4.5 seconds on the clock for them to get the shot away. It's a quick inbound, catch and shoot. Shoot and miss in that occasion. Surya Kiran eventually advances it. Jasim now to the rim of the glass, too strong. Rebound is collected, rolled over to Surya. Surya with the spin and now looking for options. There's the bounce pass. Ashik will shoot, won't make, and the rebound is somehow not gathered by the Dolphins, and they're giving away a lot of offensive rebounds to their opposition. It should be an easy basket on the other side of the floor. Rituraj with the basket. Quick inbound for the Calicut Warriors. They're down 9 and they look to continuously bring that down. Ashik with the bounce pass. Searching for Josim. Shaking off the defense. He searches for options. They continue to rotate the ball, finding Surya, who shoots, can't get it to go. He gets the rebound and a great pass under the board. Jasim was not expecting it. And a lot of passes under the board, but nothing resulting in a positive note. That's the bounce pass from Albert. Unfortunate in that occasion as Rituraj fails to collect it. It's a very good find from Albert Reggie. There's a shot attempted, can't get it to go. Ritu with the rebound. Albert Reggie advancing for the Dolphins. Losing it as well. And tight defense as a double dribble is called. Fadi turning the ball over. Screen is set through the left. He drives in, puts up the mid-ranger, gets the rebound himself. A lot of contact as the shot is missed. And last few seconds, 3 to be precise. Ashik all the way to the rim, floats up and makes it. And a basket to close out the quarter. And Calicut Warriors finish on a positive note as we can see this basket going through. But the quarters come to an end after the first half. It's the Alappuzha Dolphins 34, Calicut Warriors 27. As you can see, the coach still having a word with his players. They, of course, didn't have the ideal second quarter, but 7 points is within reach as we head into the halftime break. Stay tuned. This is the Basketball League Kerala Season 1.
Sun, our oldest source of energy. We can capture the power of sunlight and harness it to use in our own homes, businesses, schools, government buildings, and public utilities. Watson Energy, your one-stop solar solution.
Welcome back to the second half of this encounter between the Alappuzha Dolphins and the Calicut Warriors, the last and final under-19 matchup of the day. We're all set for the second half. The Calicut Warriors down 7, and it'll be interesting to see how they fare with their best lineup. But speaking of the best lineup, the Dolphins also coming in with the same, and Jonathan picks up right where he left off to get his 9th point. 36-27, the lead is now 9. There's the crossover attempted. Millen fakes, puts it up, high arcing shot, can't get it to go. Rebound collected. Albert Reggie now bringing it up for his team. Reggie for the bounce pass, for the overhead pass. And a top shot onto the board from Jeevan. Sachu now shaking up the defense, going to the rim. Oh, top finish from the masked man. 1 minute in, both the sides have quickly settled in. And the Dolphins now with a 9-point lead. Vinayak from the high post, won't get the finish. Rebound is somehow fought for, but it's the Warriors coming out the top. Sachu again to the rim. He makes it along with the foul. This is why the Dolphins will have to watch out for this man, the masked man. He has a chance to reduce it to a 6-point game should he convert this free throw. Speaking of free throws, both the teams very efficient from the line. 83% for the Dolphins, 80% for the Calicut Warriors. But 3-point shooting has been a struggle for both. The Warriors shooting just 1 of 10. The Dolphins 2 of 7. Jeevan at top, hands it off to Reggie. Albert Reggie back out searching for Jeevan, who plays it over. Jonathan, catch and shoot, will draw the foul. And free throws loading for Jonathan. With that shot, Jonathan and Jeevan, 2 players already in double digits for the Dolphins. Makes 1 of 2 from that trip to the free throw line. Millen advances it to Santosh. Millen in the center, gets the screen. Here's Abhishek Pradeep looking to find his teammate. Good defense to get the stop. And Jonathan has options. He finds Jeevan immediately. There's the extra pass along with the fake. And the bounce pass outside. Vinayak takes it to the rim. Not the best of attempts. And it's Warriors possession. And all the way to the rim. Pradeep fails to get the layup. And both the teams keeping the tempo of the game high. Jeevan misses his layup and somehow manages to get the rebound back. Albert Reggie with the bounce pass. Jonathan for 3, fails to connect. Abhishek now with possession. Searches for options, finds Millen. Millen will be reckoning, getting the better of Jeevan. He plays it back out instead. Abhishek now weighs in his options, finds Sachu, the masked man, with the Euro, puts it up and gets it. Sachu Santosh with his 3rd layup here in this quarter. Jeevan Jobi with the ball. There's a dribble all the way to the rim. Using his body, he misses but cleans it up himself. A smart way to get a rebound also added to his tally of the missed shot. And the Dolphins somehow maintain the lead. And a very quick start of the 3rd quarter for both the teams. They're shooting at good consistency. Pick and roll at its finest. Sachu Santosh using his post. As we look at the replay, Jacob Nigel knew what he had to do. And he did it with ease. And it's a 5-point affair. Vinayak. Albert Reggie. Back to Albert. There's the extra pass. Jonathan, Karyam Parambil can't beat the shot clock. Warriors, this is where they get confidence. Even yesterday, it was their defense that gave them the confidence to go all gun outs with the Bisons. That's what their coach also mentioned. It was the defense of this team that helps them come out. Sachu Santosh once again shaking up the defenders, and he continues to keep his team alive. It's 38-41, just 3 points separating the two teams. Jonathan Karyamparambil finds G1 for 3. He's too strong on that attempt. And once again, the Calicut Warriors will bring the ball up. Abhishek Pradeep loses it in the process. Albert Reggie, 3-on-3. There's the quick pass. The flying layup is good. And Vinayak to go back to a 7-point advantage. 43-36 is the score. Behind the back shots, no good. Score now 43-38. And G1 eases up in the post. And the Dolphins keeping that lead intact. And I go back to mentioning how G1 is playing a lot more in the paint today. And that's made a direct impact on the scoreline. The previous two matches, we always saw G1 lingering around the three-point line. But today, you can see his involvement inside the paint and the direct impact it's had on this team. As an easy basket comes through for Jacob Nigel. And it's a point for the Dolphins to note. Jacob Nigel has been scoring at ease under the basket. And Vinayak is guarding him, if I'm not wrong. So that's where the onus is on him to come back. Jonathan with the ball. Gets it off the glass and in. Jonathan Karyamparambil continues to score. And we see a lot of consistency from the top players of the Dolphins. That's keeping them alive in this game. Sachu Santosh here showing off his sequence. But he can't show off for too long. Fast break opportunity. That's a hard fall. I do hope the player's fine. He seems to be in a lot of pain. This is not a sight we want to see. He did fall on his back. It was a bad landing. And I'm sure our medical team is on standby. The team from Medical Trust. And he's back on his feet, which is a good sign. Alex just had a bad fall in his lower back. Seems to have a bit of a discomfort, but he's back on his feet and he's okay, which is a good sight for anybody who's involved in sport. 3:39 on the clock. Once again, Jacob Nigel continues to shine inside the paint. And I don't think the Dolphins have taken note of that. It's happening for the third or maybe fourth time in this quarter itself. And there is an evident mismatch coming through as well. Nevertheless, 5 point game. There's the deep three attempt. And the offensive rebound is of no good because he committed an offensive foul before going up for the rebound. 2:43 remaining here in the third quarter. Dolphins hanging on to the lead which they built through the second quarter. Calicut Warriors have shown signs of somehow being able to address it. There's the missed shot again. Jonathan hands it off to Albert. Reggie back to Vinayak. Plays it back out to Jonathan, who gets a good look and gets the shot in as well. 50 points for the Alappuzha Dolphins. The lead is now 9 with 2:15 on the clock. Millen looking to take on the defender. He loses the ball in the process. And Alex in transition goes behind the back, crosses over, finds Jivan. There's the extra pass to Jonathan once again, who shoots. This time he won't connect. And Millen collects the rebound and quickly hands it off to Abhishek. Sachu gets some space, puts it up, in and out. Sachu Santosh was looking to light it up from beyond the arc. There's the drive with the minus once again. Shoots it quickly as the shot clock was winding down. There's the long pass inside, along with the foul. And once again, it is Abhishek Pradeep. 11 points for him and a chance to make it 12 if he converts the free throw. Albert Reggie takes on the point guard duties, finds Jeevan Jobi at the post. .48 seconds on the clock. 7 point differential. Calicut Warriors can reduce it in this possession. Sachu Santosh, too quick for everybody. Great handoff onto the board. Still alive. Millen loses the ball. He wanted a whistle on that challenge. The official not interested. Jonathan on the other side loses the ball as well. And a tussle for the ball leads to a common ball whistle coming in from the official. 22 seconds remain here in this quarter. Dolphins with a 7 point lead. We just clean up all the sweat that's on the floor. You can see the coaches watching in anticipation. 22 seconds remaining on this quarter. Last possession would be ideal from the Calicut Warriors' perspective. They wouldn't want to give another chance in this quarter to the Dolphins. They look to utilize all the time in the clock. Last 20 seconds. Abhishek with the ball finds Millen. Millen with a quick shot. Fails to convert. And plenty of time for the Dolphins. Long pass inside to Jeevan. Jeevan with a beautiful pass to his teammate. And an easy basket for Alex. And just 3 seconds remain. And the players not wary of the time remaining. And it's a 9-point affair as we head into the fourth and final quarter. It's Dolphins 53, Warriors 44.
BLK! Basketball League Kerala! BLK! Hey! Hey! From Kochi Courts to Trivandrum Rain, we lace them up, we play through pain. Orange in the air, hearts on fire. BLK, we rise higher. BLK, we ball. Basketball League Kerala, stand tall. From the backbone blast to the last shot call. BLK, we ball. BLK, we fight, we fly. Basketball League Kerala, reach the sky. From the first tip off to the final try. BLK, we fly. Twist a roll, Malabar night. 5 on the floor, 1 pure light. Jersey sweat, crowd in.
We're all set for the fourth and final quarter of this matchup. 9 points to cover for the Warriors. However, the Dolphins will look to close this out and secure their first victory. But for that, they're going to have to play some tight basketball for the next 10 minutes. Millen now with a great pass to Jacob Nigel, who's had a very good third quarter. The score now is 46-53. And I'll take you through the stats of the third quarter soon enough. And the shot is lined up, can't get it to go. Sachu gets a rebound. And he's going to advance it, seeking options. There's the handoff. Millen is evaluating how to go about, fakes the shot, plays it back. There's a drive through the middle, off the hand, won't get the finish. And here comes the Dolphins looking to add on to their lead. Albert Reggie to Jonathan. Jonathan through the left, goes behind the back, somehow loses it in the process. And Millen will slow it down. Bring it up for a set play. What's he going to do? Plays it to the right. Sachu now shoots and makes it. You got to mark the mask man, who's the player of the match from yesterday, and he's having a stellar performance today. If you look at his stats, Sachu Santosh, 15 points already, and with that shot it was 18. Meanwhile, the Dolphins also connecting. It's Jeevan at the post, showing off his post moves. Abhishek finding Jacob Nigel at the post. Jacob has won most of the challenges in that lineup. He's been guarded by Vinayak for majority of the game, and he's got the better of him in most occasions. Ball's advance now for the Dolphins. 6-point advantage. Albert Reggie. Bounce pass to G1. G1 with an outlet pass, too strong. And a few turnovers here in the fourth quarter for the Alappuzha Dolphins. Speaking of turnovers in this matchup coming into this quarter, the Warriors have 19, while the Dolphins have 15. It's perhaps the same if you look at it now. In terms of rebounds, the Warriors, the better rebounding side so far in this game. Creates some space, lines up the shot, won't connect. There the ball being brought up. Jonathan, great find to his teammate. Long pass over to Jonathan again. Vinayak gets the extra bit, steps in, finds Albert Reggie for 3. Would have been a well sequenced team basket. Sachu in transition loses his balance. Unfortunate in that occasion. Play resumes with little over 7 minutes on the clock. Dolphins are being put to a situation they've never been in before. And that's why it's important for them to not give away opportunities like this. And with that basket, it's a 4-point game. Jeevan Joby at the post. Plays it out top to Jonathan. Jonathan off the left hand. Too hard on that finish. And a chance now for the Warriors to cut this lead further down. Sachu goes behind the back, hands it off to Millen. Millen with a lot of space. Shaking through all the way to the rim. Won't get the finish. Albert Reggie in transition. Albert to Jonathan. Jonathan for a quick shot, and he makes it. Jonathan Karyamparambil with the basket. It's a 7-point game. Sachu creates some space, puts up the shot, can't get it to go. And somehow the ball's maintained and alive. Jeevan drives through the middle, goes up, powers his way through. And Jeevan Joby has had a great game. his 18th point, if my math is right. And take a look at this once again. Using his power, using his body, and making it difficult for any defender in the league to stop moves like that. Sachu Santosh, meanwhile, splitting through, will get the foul. Almost getting the and one. He's going to shoot free throws. So rebound is collected. We're into the last 5 minutes. The missed chances won't do much to the Dolphins as long as they can contain the Warriors, but that is definitely not the play to concede. Once again, you can see the confusion between the players as Abhishek penetrated through the lines. As we took a look at the replay, just one player, and in the first quarter and even in the second, the coach emphasized on the Dolphins engaging on help defense, and there was no help defense in the last couple of plays as they've conceded baskets and they've turned the ball over. And it looks like the coach will be making a change as well. A fifth foul from Vinayak, and Jerin will check into the game. This is where players are being put to test in different situations. A ball change with 4:20 remaining, 5-point affair. Warriors would reckon scoring a basket. Abhishek with the ball. Back to Sachu, the masked man. Drives in through the middle, draws the foul yet again. He's time and again attacking the rim, and Sachu will shoot free throws to reduce this 5-point gap. Once again, turnover from the Dolphins. This is where pressure is getting to them. Sachu to the rim, a top finish. And it's a 1-point game with 3:50 remaining. Dolphins being put to the ultimate test here. And Jeevan decides to control the ball. What's he got in mind? He's fouled in the process. Warriors have a few fouls to give. I won't say the same about the Dolphins because they're at the limit. And a lot to evaluate for the Warriors and the Dolphins from here on. Dolphins with a 1-point lead need to add on to it. Albert Reggie finds Jeevan. Jeevan now dribbles, searching for his teammate, loses the ball, eventually goes back to the Dolphins, but it results in a miss. And here come the Warriors again. Sachu Santosh drives through the middle, plays it to Millen, cutting towards the basket, and he draws the foul. And the Calicut Warriors have constantly drawn fouls in this quarter. 5 fouls already committed, and I think, if not 5, maybe 4. We're all in the course of a drive-in and a chance for Millen to not just tie the game, but he can also give his team the lead. After quite some time, the majority of the game, we've seen the Dolphins have the upper hand, but now we could see that lead shift coming through late in the fourth quarter. Albert Reggie now finds Alex and he loses the ball. A sloppy turnover. The Warriors, having the lead, will look to add on to it. And an easy basket under the board, and we should expect a timeout coming through from the Dolphins. Just imagine the Alappuzha Dolphins, having led for majority of the game into the last 3 minutes, have all of a sudden lost their plot. And it's a 3-point lead for Calicut Warriors, as the coaches will have a word with the teams in the timeout. We're all set after that timeout. Dolphins will look to regain that advantage which they had. For that, they're going to need quality baskets. Albert Reggie fails to convert, and the defensive rebound is collected for the Calicut Warriors, who look to go on back-to-back wins, while the Dolphins want to avoid a hat-trick of losses. Great pass under the board. Jacob Nigel somehow wasn't able to gather. And here Ritu loses the ball, and it's just not looking good for the Dolphins. Millen finds the cutting Nigel, who makes the basket. And the Warriors up by 5. Jonathan brings the ball up, shakes up the defense, finds Albert Reggie. There's the extra pass. Alex for 3. And he makes it. Perhaps the most important shot of the match for the Dolphins. Alex knocking it down to make it a 2-point game. 1 minute and 53 seconds on the clock. Dolphins need to get a stop. Warriors, on the other hand, will look for an impactful shot. Where's he going to go from here? Abhishek back to Sachu. Once again, Abhishek feeding the post, and a foul committed in the process. They are over the limit, which is why it's going to be 2 throws. And if I was to say the key of this match for the Calicut Warriors has been Jacob Nigel, the man at the free throw line. Of course, it was expected to see Sachu bring out that performance. Millen's got the talent and the ability, but Jacob Nigel at the post made the difference, especially in the second half, in inspiring this Calicut Warriors comeback in the fourth quarter. He missed the first, he looked to make the second, which he does. It's a 3-point game with 1 minute 39 seconds. You can see the full court press coming in as well from the Warriors. Alex hands it off to Jonathan. Every possession's important. Jonathan keeps the dribble, looking to shake on the defenders. Finds Jivan, who lines up the three. He fails to connect. Big rebound, leading to another shot for Alex. He does not connect. Again, the rebound goes their way. And these are big rebounds being collected by the Dolphins to keep this match alive. And a foul being committed. It's going to be an out of bounds throw. One minute and 17 seconds. That's plenty of time for the Dolphins to even consider scoring a basket. It's not necessary to tie the game. You have a minute and 17 seconds remaining. Make it a 1-point game and try to get the stop. Jivan Joby with the ball. Finds Albert Reggie. Albert going to the rim of the glass. Can't get it to go. But again, the rebound goes their way. There's a bounce pass to Albert under the board. He hands it off and he loses it. Turnover for the Dolphins. And it's not looking good for them. The Warriors will utilize all 24 seconds in this last play. Here's Sachu on the ball, who is fouled. And Jonathan was a bit too committed while guarding the ball man. And with 50 seconds remaining, Sachu Santosh will shoot important free throws. Because if he converts even one, it puts the Dolphins further away from what they want to achieve. It's currently 3 points separating the two teams. And if he makes this free throw, it's going to be more than a possession for them to catch up. He makes the first. And the score now is 67-63. Sachu Santosh, key point guard for this team, one of the best in this season. He makes both clutch free throws from Sachu Santosh. 5-point game. And the Dolphins will look for a quick basket. Albert Reggie finds Alex, who shoots off the glass. Can't get it to go. And here come the Warriors, who will use all the time in the world. There's the advance pass. Plays it back to Millen. Millen looking to shake on the defenders and he loses the ball. The Dolphins have forced the turnover and there's 26 seconds on the clock. A quick basket is what the Dolphins will look for. They're going to quickly just clean up the wet portions amidst the Kochi humidity and the heat of playing 4 quarters. 26 seconds on the clock. Dolphins searching for that quick basket. Can we see a shot from beyond the arc, perhaps, to put some pressure on the Warriors? Calicut Warriors on the verge of securing back-to-back wins. Alex to inbound. He finds Jonathan. Tight defense to avoid giving away a quick basket. Jivan has the ball. Jivan Joby lines up the three. A tough shot. Can't get it to go. And possession will remain with the Dolphins. They don't have a timeout, which is why they will once again look for a quick basket. What have they got in mind? There's the long pass. Looking for the open player. Sachu Santosh with the steal. And it's still alive. Alex to the corner. Albert Reggie. Quick catch and shoot. Can't get it to go. And it looks like the Calicut Warriors will dribble this one out. A comeback victory in the fourth quarter for the Calicut Warriors. And you got a feel for the Alappuzha Dolphins. They played their best game through the first 3 quarters. But unfortunate as they settle for a hat-trick of losses here at the Basketball League Kerala. Meanwhile, for the Calicut Warriors, back-to-back wins after back-to-back losses. They've found their rhythm, they've found their groove. And the important factor is that they stayed within reach through the three quarters. They did not allow their opponents to take on a big lead. And eventually, they came back and they also closed out the game. Full time here at the Rajiv Gandhi Indoor Stadium. It's the Alappuzha Dolphins 63, Calicut Warriors 68. That brings us to the end of the under-19 matchups for today. And the rest of the games, we will be joining you soon, as we will join you at the Basketball League Kerala.